let me open this summit by welcoming all of you to ETSI. Many of you, are very well-known faces from the area. Some of you probably have been or are being here for the first time. Thanks a lot for coming to this summit. To us, these summits we organize are quite important. We usually place them very close to our General Assembly, so all our members are here and have the opportunity to get the highlights of what's coming in technology, what is it that ETSI is engaged into, and actually we benefit from the view of the experts, of the biggest experts, if I may say, on each of the subjects we deal with. Today it's all about 5G. I think it's the third time in a row. And there are a number of novelties in this summit, as you may have noticed, but I would like to highlight them a little bit. The first one is that, and I will come back to the summits we organized, we are already calling it 5G. And if you remember back in time, the first one, it was called something like Future Mobile Communications. So we were looking forward, but also looking for a name, because some people believed, well, 5G, who knows? So it took us a while to get it 5G. Now it's 5G, and you'll see a very nice logo in your brochures that says 5G. Now it's 5G. The second one is that, well, quite interestingly, if you remember also our other two summits on the topic, they were quite a lot. The first one was, hey, we're getting there, there's some features and opportunities we have, and was already hinting a lot about radio interface. The last one also was a lot looking, or the results were very much looking at radio. And usually when we have been talking about mobile communications broadly, radio has come quite prominently. And yes, we have been saying about 5G, well, 5G is much more than radio, but nevertheless, we keep on talking about radio. Well, this is a novelty here as well, because we are going to talk today about what we need to enable that our radio does what it has to do. So the services and all the core, how does the core support what we want to do with these new communications means. So I'm really interested and fascinated by this opportunity of listening to what's going on and how is it that we are going to face all the many challenges we are having. Yesterday we were preparing a little bit, and I was not in the preparation, I was in the listening mode, because there's very few or very little things I can contribute to in this summit. But I was very interested listening to what people were saying, and I can tell you the debate around the table was really, really fascinating. So I guess this will be greatly amplified today. Please do listen carefully, and please do make this summit yours. Challenge the people, raise your hands, contribute, ask questions, because this will make this summit what we want it to be. Having said that, again, thanks a lot for being here. I hope you enjoy very much today. And at the end of the day, if you are too bored, I don't think you will. We have coped or prepared some good sunshine out there for you to, relax. So thank you very much. I'm handing over to Simon Hicks, the chairman of our General Assembly, to also welcome you. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm afraid you get two people to welcome you, and I'm the second one. As you will have gathered, I'm Simon Hicks, Chairman of the General Assembly, and my day job is working as an engineer in the UK government. At last year's summit, we looked outwards from 5G and what it could do for those around us. In this year's, we're looking more inside 5G, or rather what could be inside. And although we see some certainties emerging, there are still many uncertainties out there. We looked last year at the uncertainties of who will use 5G and what will they do with it. But now we're at the point of really writing standards, we're at really agreeing definitions. So like it or not, we've got to begin to turn those uncertainties into something that is more certain. There are particular challenges for government, mainly around spectrum security and providing a regulatory environment for rollout. We have to ensure that 5G works for all and address especially the issue of those who get left in the background, the wider society. In the UK, as in many other countries, we've now begun to address that with various strategies and ways ahead. But like many players in the 5G market, governments are still looking at the unknown. We're still not quite sure. Of particular interest in today's workshop is from security, and that's why one of my government colleagues will be one of the speakers later on. ETSI brings many things to this debate, from our involvement in 3GPP through to many technical committees and ISG, and their collective output will be very much part of what the core network is that we're talking about today. There was a report a few years back that referred to the jungle of standards. I'm not quite sure that we have a jungle here, but I think we can take something from that metaphor. We're here today to explore what the core network, what the core infrastructure might look like. I'll be back later at the end of the day with an